Hey guys, just wanted to do a video going over the points and stuff for the squat cycle. So here we are. The next one is the clean cycle. So we got kind of a map here. We're starting with 5 sets of 3 tomorrow at that 70-80%. Then we're going to do a complex that's a little bit more complicated than what we've been doing, but less weight. It's going to be a little weight as you feel. And Terrence is going to demonstrate that in a moment. So we're going to go 5x3, 7 sets of that complex, then 6 sets of that on another day, and then we're going to go back to this. We're going to increase, this will just be regular squat cleans. Here, go through that cycle again, back to 80, 85, increase, and there, and increase. So we're just going to run through what these complexes are. All right, so this is the plan for the next 6 weeks. So the first complex is
our 7-set complex. As you always set up for your cleans, toes under bar. If I look straight down, pinky toes under the bar. That's number 1. Grab your bar, always use hook grip, push your shins to the bar. Do not pull the bar to your shins. Shins to bar. We're going to start with a halting deadlift. We're going to start in position 1, lift to position 2 for 3 seconds. Position 3 for 3 seconds. And then a kind of pseudo position 4 for 3 seconds. Back down to the ground, reset. We're going to lift to position 3, hold for 3 seconds. Power clean, stand, reset to the hips, regain hook grip if you lost it, stand. We're going to hit that position 4, that pockets high in the thighs. Drive with the legs, pulling down and around the barbell. So the points of performance in this complex are going to be 2 things. Number 1, when we're pausing, it's always staying over the bar. So if we stay over the bar, it means you're probably leaning back because you're making it too easy. You're trying to relax. You need to stay over the bar, so those hamstrings have some tension. Point of performance number 2 is in that, especially in that squat clean, the arms pull you down and around the bar. So if we do that, hang clean, notice the bar barely moves. Okay? Down around the bar. That is our 7-set complex. Now for our 6 set, a little bit different because we're going to try and go a little bit heavier on this one. We're going to do a halting deadlift to position 4, straight up, no pausing this time. And staying over that bar. If I have a light over my chest or over my body, that light should not shine on the bar. I should cover it with my chest. Back down. Position 3, pause. Squat clean. Down and around bar. Reset. Now we're going to go back to that position 3 right above the knees. Down and around the bar. Same points of performance. Stay over the bar. Legs drive up. Arms pull you down and around the bar. Now we have a little bit of mobility because a lot of us have difficulty in that front rack position. So lats, triceps, pecs. A couple quick ones. We're going to do 3 exercises. Number 1 is just open up that position. Band on the wrist. Step in the band. In your fingers, drive that elbow up and through. Keep the shoulder down and back, and try and simulate that front rack position. You can play around with twisting that shoulder and that elbow to find what gets the best stretch for you. The more up, maybe more tricep, more forward, more lats. That's number 1. Number 2, with a lacrosse ball, we're going to get into this, we call it the posterior capsule of your shoulder. So if we lay on the ground, that ball is going to get right kind of behind the armpit. Laying right on the ground, maybe a little bit to your side so you get a little more pressure on it, and just working that up and down. If you want even more pressure, you can come right onto your side, working up and down. Now that ball is going to do two things. Number one, it's going to smash and put pressure for some active release as you move through range of motion, as well give you feedback if when you rotate your shoulder, you're rotating forward out of position. Always keep pressure down against the ball. Our last one, we're going to have three objects: a bench, a band, and a dowel. Take your band, fold it into a third, yep, and a third. So it should be about 12 inches, 10, 12 inches. You're gonna wiggle it around your elbows. You're gonna watch me struggle a little bit. Grab the dowel, and you're gonna kind of work your hands so they're slightly wider than your elbows. So this puts your shoulder in external rotation, which is a stable position in that front round. Then, elbows on the bench. Try and keep your shoulders down and back. Keep your elbows kind of bicep curl to your chin. Drop your hips back. And then from there, try to reach forward and straighten your arms. Back, get further back, keep your shoulders down, and back and forward.
Another option here too is come back forward a little bit more and push one hand forward and the other one back to get a wider grip. There you go. And then that'll help that external rotation a little bit more. Then you can back it up more. So that's just basically a way to get those hands farther apart, which is gross for some of us. Okay, so just to recap, we're starting at 5x3 on Wednesday. We'll do 5x3 and then we'll do 7 sets of that complex 1 on another day, and then another day we do 6 sets of the complex 2. We go back to 75%, so we're doing 5 sets of 3 there. And basically what the point of this all is that we put the pieces together, then we drill at each sort of position on 2 different days, and we bring it back together and we go increase the weight. We break it apart, put it back together, break it apart, put it back together, break it apart, put it back together. That'll be your 11 or 12 sessions that we do, and that'll hopefully, it's not hopefully, it will help your clean and provide a little bit more positional work for people that need it. Well, everybody will benefit. All right, that's your next clean complex. Oh, that's a clean cycle. The accompanying piece to this is the single arm dumbbell half kneeling dumbbell press, which is pretty simple. And the point of this is to work on your imbalances for your pressing and your overhead before we get into handstand push-ups. There'll be most people, everybody should do at least one time through, or that would be 3 sessions through of the single arm dumbbell press. There's nothing really complicated. You just want to have your hand off your knee, core tight, and you're gonna press straight up, right? So some rotational aspect can happen there. Now this is to help with some unilateral work that we're seeing a lot more of, to help with your handstand push-ups. So at least everyone should go through at least one cycle of that, of the 5x3, 7x1, 6x2, to get to a challenging weight. And then the advanced people that can do handstand push-ups, at least 3 strict push-ups, then can go into using their strict push-ups for this. I would also recommend maybe doing at least one time of the 5x3 or something like that for their dumbbell press to work unilaterally, and then working to their handstand push-ups, either to depth or just working for strict. All right, that's enough.